Like, the only reason I worked in the music industry because I just felt it was more influential than politics.
Yeah.
You can do this.
Really?
You can do the same job without being in like a messy world.
Right.
So that's the only reason I really fucked with music, probably over everything. It was like, y'all are like the most next level politicians. So to me, like the time we spend with y'all is like I'm working with the senators and the governors and the presidents of the world in just a different context.
It's crazy to see 2016 BK and Yeek to now.
But it's been like a couple years now of growth across everybody's borders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thinking about 2016. This time.
This man is the truth. I probably wouldn't even make the music I made without this man right here, man. He produced the first single I ever put out, Big Dream. That's my brother Yeek.
So what? You don't care about me no more. So what? I don't care about you no more. Move on. Gonna act like you ain't there. Gonna act like you ain't there. Always tryna get me mad. Always tryna get me wound up. And you act like a child, but you got a fake account. Never spoke bad about you, baby. Even asked friends about you, baby. But you always gotta talk shit.
There's a lot of politics here. There's a lot of things that I've already thought about, even just with identity, with race, with like me not having a reference point for like who I am, you know? Like a lot of people who are where they're at had a reference point. Like he's the next, he's the next da-da-da. You can't say there's a next, I'm a next to anything, because sometimes, a lot of times I feel like I'm stepping in uncharted territory, like I'm the first of my kind. And maybe in some aspects that's not true, but in like the most main aspect, like just how I look, but how I look not matching with how I talk or what my experience was growing up. There's no reference point, so it's like it's a little tougher. But I still am like, I don't give a fuck that it's taking however long it takes. I'm like happy to be here. I'm happy to be fucking doing the things I'm doing.
That is the toughest part, when you don't have like that, when you got to just take your own machete into the forest and cut your own path.
Right.
It's crazy.
I try to think of like,
but like to accept it and then be like, all right, it's not like, it's not gonna hold me back. It's gonna inspire me to go harder.
You can go, you can say, I love you anyway.
Before, there was no bad habit. There was no nothing like, so like the whole idea of it, like to go from that where it was like never gonna manage to everything that it is now is just crazy.
everything's good.
Or like doing Burna's the whole fucking creative for outside.
Yeah.
Like, like niggas don't even know.
They don't even
There was
know.
a time
I forget sometimes.
we were
that I
in the
did
cut.
that.
Like we did the whole outside. I was still then.
I was
That's when I
meant
felt
to be. You pitched it to me as, do you want to be Burna's creative director?
you were like,
that's
bro.
how you pitched it.
Yeah, you were like, bro, I'm on my artist shit. Like you were like, I'll do the art, but
I'll do it.
but I ain't doing all that.
But that was like a lane I could have gone. I was like in a fork in the road. I was like, what?
But that's when all of us, I felt like we were all kind of multifaceted. Yeah. I think things got more finite as we got older. Again, I feel like that's like a mental restriction that comes as you get older.
So yeah, you hear like that tape that's kind of like being inserted, like a cassette. That's kind of like what to answer your question, that's like what the meaning of the album is. Like when I was a kid, I used to have like this tape recorder where I would like fucking just tape a bunch of South notes and shit like that. And I would spoof like old like MTV shows and shit, like MTV Cribs, like Pimp My Ride. And like do fake radio shows. I would play like fucking music and then talk about it. I was like 12, 13, all the way till I was like 16. And so I went to like do a little ode to that. And I wanted the whole, like all the skits playing throughout the album to be me like putting a new tape in and like pressing play and like leaving a note to myself. It hasn't been too hard for me though to adapt.
That's like your best thing. You're the most adaptive, like.
I think more than I give myself credit for.
It's
maybe.
like, it's extremely like, always on a bit ahead of the curve. For real. I guess to a positive or a negative, always ahead of the curve. And then it always catches up.